On that question about us being in control or the data being in control, I'm fascinated by your perspective with some of the research that you've been doing. What's your view?
So when we're thinking more broadly than just business or something that's particularly domain-specific, and we think more societally, what we see is that the way in which data is framed impacts how we receive it, understand it, and relate to it. So if you're thinking specifically, for example, about Gen AI and high-risk anthropomorphic models like any kind of ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity type that you might encounter, the way in which they're designed, which kind of is a flex towards, look how realistic we can make these entities, means that they elicit kinds of attachments and projections of sentience that put us actually at risk. And so I think it's this really interesting question where we're at this place where, of course, it's really exciting to experiment and to get creative with what can we do with this phenomenal technology. Just because we could doesn't mean we should. So when we're creating AIs to interface with people, whether it's a robot doing triage in a hospital, mightn't it be better to have something which isn't too human-like so that people aren't divulging IP that they shouldn't be, or that they're not thinking, well, this is a chat with a therapist, when actually it's not, an OpenAI getting all your data. Like, we have to consider the psychological guardrails to protect business assets and societal relationships, the way that we form our sense of self and communities. Because if we don't do that, we're going to end up with some really complex challenges.